Hi, my name is Barrington Miller, and today I am doing a special Earth Day 2022 presentation with Dr. Tamir Gedo from Beyond Oil. Why are we here today and what are we discussing? Well, we started this last year when it came to Earth Day, and we sort of wanted to take a step away from the usual interviews that we do with company CEOs talking about, just balance sheets and return on investments and those types of things. And we wanted to know how this company or companies like Beyond Oil are making the world a better place. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the musical stylings of Dr. Tamir Gedo. Dr. Tamir, welcome to the show.
Nice to have you. Thank you very much.
Now, let's a little bit of background. What exactly does Beyond Oil do?
That's a good question. Beyond Oil is basically invented a molecule, which is an organic one, which is basically a blend of a couple of minerals, which you can think about it as a sponge, which knows how to extract free fatty acids from every oil media. So when you throw that molecule into olive oil, canola oil, sunflower oil, palm oil, it will basically extract, because of a very high affinity, it will extract all the free fatty acid, which will basically bind to that sponge, and it will neutralize them. Now, why is it so important? Basically, the cause of all our suffering from food, or most of our suffering, because when you are frying food, basically the free fatty acids are soaked into your fried food. And free fatty acids are basically causing diabetes and obesity and heart attacks and strokes and so many other good things like cancer. And because of that, if you can eliminate the free fatty acids from the food, that obviously is a huge health benefit to society. Now, a huge percentage of the food which all of us are consuming is basically fried. You go to all the big, retail food chains, and you are eating fried food. And I don't need to explain much about it because this is food for soul, as one person described it. It's very tasty, but the problem that this taste comes with a tag badge. And this is basically this price which you are paying is a huge damage to our health. And if you can basically extract all the free fatty acids from the oil which you are frying with, is going to extend our life expectancy and reduce all those diseases which I mentioned. So basically what we are doing, we are throwing this powder into the oil, and it extracts all the free fatty acids out of it, and you can fry the product without damaging your health. So you have 10x less free fatty acids than what you usually have with the normal process of frying food. So this is one major attribute.
I'm speaking on behalf of people that may or may not like deep fried foods and things of that nature. Will it and does it affect the flavor and taste of the item that is being fried?
It's funny you're asking that because I just spoke with, we are doing right now frying in a chain of restaurants in Canada. And the guy, which is one of the owners, I just spoke with him 25 minutes ago. And he said, he's sitting next to the fryer and he's eating fries after they are fried with this product. And he's saying they are more crispy, they are more gold looking, they are 10 times tastier. And he said, I think I ate 5 times more fries than I'm usually eating. And I feel I'm starting to get fat because of it, because it's so tasty. So think about it like this. When you are frying for the first time, with virgin oil, which just poured into the fryer, it's like 0.1% free fatty acids, like almost none. After you are frying it 2, 3, 4 times, you are starting to aggregate free fatty acids, and you're reaching 1%, 2%, and so on, that means that the acidity is going much higher. And the acidity is this side effect taste that you feel when you are frying something too many times. So the product, the food is more greasy and obviously more dripping and less tasty and more acid by nature. So it's not like bad taste. You will feel it afterwards, because it will give you reflux, it will give you heartburns. So it's not good for you. So using our products basically is you can fry 4, 5, 6 times, but you'll have the same sensation like you fried the first time, because the free fatty acid will stay much less below 0.1%. So it's healthy and it's tasty. This is one of those rare occasions that the product which is healthy has better taste.
Now you're going to draw the ire of companies or products like Pepto-Bismol, who depend on people getting these acid reflux and things like that, which is a good thing. All of what you're doing is a really, really good thing. Now,
Yeah.
just so we can visually paint a mental picture, I get this powder, I put it in the oil, it heats up, I fry my food. I can do this 4, 5, 6 times, and I don't have to keep putting more and more powder in, right? Is that am I
If you are
understanding?
doing let's assume that you are frying in a day, just for the sake of argument, 10 times, you will need to do it only once. Yeah. No, it doesn't matter the type. We tried it with canola oil, with sunflower oil, with palm oil, with olive oil, with avocado oil. I think that's about it. All of them show the same attributes.
The powder itself, is it okay for vegans and vegetarians to use the powder?
Oh yeah, definitely. We received already clearance from the FDA, from the American FDA, and we are going to submit it to Health Canada in the coming weeks, and I'm pretty sure we'll get it sooner than later. So it's a safe product for human consumption as a food. So there isn't any issue with that, and it's good for vegans. Yeah.
Okay, and now after you're done and getting rid of the product, how does it work? How does it work with Beyond Oil? Is it easier to get rid of and removal and those types of things?
Yeah, basically picture that. Picture the fact that take a big retail food chain. Okay. One of the biggest commodities which they are using, which is a source of a huge cost, is the vegetable oil. Some of them are using sunflower, some of them are using canola, never mind which one is the oil, but because of the health conditions, oil is becoming more acid by nature, okay? Because of our weather, climate issues, this is becoming a huge problem worldwide, and the price of oil is rising by more than 100% only in the last 12 months, and it keep on going up. So think that if you can use 500% less oil, okay, obviously you need to dispatch out of your facility 500% less. Now, the big retail chains are paying someone to dispatch the oil. The small restaurants, the mom and pop shops, don't have that amount of money to pay someone to dispatch the oil. And it becomes a huge environmental issue because you need to get rid of that dirty oil. So if you can use 500% less oil, you can figure out how much savings you can have and how much environmental savings you can have, because by extending the usage of vegetable oil, let's say by 300% or 500%, you can reduce the consumption of oil by more than 100% worldwide. Okay, that's 50% less energy for manufacturing, for transportation, and less refining, less oil waste, and so on and so forth. You need to destroy less forest because of that, because vegetable oil, palm oil, those are palms, sunflower, you understand the picture. I don't need to say more than that. I think we all understand the consequences.
Well, this is no, this is fantastic. How did you and your team arrive here?
When I met the inventor, it was like a year and a half ago. I met with the dean of the pharmacy school of the Hebrew University, which is one of the, let's say, 100 best universities in chemistry worldwide. And I asked him, I'm a veteran CEO, and this is not my first tenureship. And I asked him if he's got some interesting technologies which I can, chew my teeth on. And he said, listen, there is a guy, which was one of my students. He's a very good scientist. And he has an invention that, he was jealous, the other professor, that it wasn't his idea. Professors in academia, they jealous in each other. And he said, you should speak with him because he doesn't have any business capabilities. He's like zero in business understanding, but he's a brilliant scientist. So I met with him, and that was the case. And he had something which had the potential to be a game changer in the food industry. And, I decided to focus him a little bit. And then we took it to a couple of restaurants and to do the case studies. And nobody believed in it, And when you took it to a couple of big chains in Canada, in Israel, in other places, and we started to demonstrate it in real kitchen, all of a sudden the people saw the light. We went to a couple of veterans in the industries. I'm not in a position to mention names, but we're talking about thousands of outlets of those chains, which are using millions of gallons of oil, regardless if it's canola or sunflower. And some of them were thinking about the cost savings, and some of them were thinking about the environmental footprint, and some of them were thinking about the health. But regardless what is the incentive, after they tested for a couple of days and 14 days and more than that, they saw the light. They said, listen, this is a game changer in the industry, because this is a product which gives you three major attributes. Because usually a product, if it gives you one attribute, you are happy with that. So if something allows you to reduce the footprint, the environmental footprint, the CO2 footprint, and on the other hand, it allows you to reduce the hazards of free fatty acids, which are causing all those health issues. And on the third issue, it can reduce the cost as well. People were like, they didn't believe. So we tested it, and we showed that we are continuing having less than 0.1% of free fatty acid. Like, it stays like the same virgin oil all the time, like day after day after day after day, compared to what is being used today all over the Western hemisphere, is that it can even go to 6% acidity, which is bad for your health, not speaking about the other components.
So this is one of those products that, it's good from the business side. Like we can all see that, but for just health and longevity and reduction of all the issues that can be a strain on a medical system, especially in light of what's been going on during COVID. How has COVID affected Beyond Oil's business? As more people are staying home and they're cooking more and doing those things, did it help? Did it help ramp up the progress that Beyond Oil was doing? And I can see where it's going once we do open up fully with people going out and dining. But did COVID have an impact on Beyond Oil's business?
There are a couple of industries which are recession immune when you're talking about COVID. One of them is the pharma industry. The second one is the food industry. People which are, never mind if it's a COVID or any kind of other problem, they will have to continue eating, and people prefer to eat healthy food, especially when they are in the solitary houses. So if you can feed them with something which doesn't, it's not like a carton, because most of the health products taste like cartons. So if it doesn't reduce the taste, actually the other way around, and it extend your longevity, where is the downside? So obviously it didn't affect us at all, actually, in a bad way, only in a positive way.
Well, the only negative thing I can think of is that people are just going to eat more because it tastes good.
Yeah, that's something which is outside of my control, unfortunately.
Exactly. It's one of those good things.
Yeah, because people will have the perception that now that you have 10x less free fatty acid in your fried food, you are allowed to eat more, and obviously the taste will be most likely much better. But this is a good problem to have, and I think we are seeing and listen, I'm in business like 30 years now. Okay, it's rare to have a business, because most of the business which are talking about ESG factor, there are nice stories, nice marketing stories, but not much content behind them. This is a story which punch in a good way. It's strong one. And has a lot of content behind it, because this is a product which help your health and at the same time help the environment. So I think this is one of those rare occasions which you have everything packed in one product.
Well, Dr. Tamir, on behalf of the Canadian Securities Exchange, I just want to extend a big thank you to you, your team, the people at Beyond Oil, as well as the good folks at IR Labs for helping coordinate this. I've been your host, Barrington Miller. This has been a special Earth Day edition episode. We were here with Beyond Oil, making the world a better, healthier place, Dr. Tamir Gedo. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Barrington. It was a real pleasure. Thank you very much.
If you like this, please check out our further content related to Earth Day at www.thecse.com, as well as on our YouTube channel, CSE TV. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next episode.